great way to start to think about Christmas, maybe giving yourself a treat. As you guys know, oh, look at you, you have your Cabernet Sauvignon, Denise. Awesome, look at this, awesome. So, you know, we gotta celebrate the Christmas spirit in some way, right? We can't get together in person to have a Christmas party, so we can do it virtually. And what better way than to have my colleagues from the Ritz-Carlton in Montreal. As you guys know, we can't travel very much these days, so staycations are where it's at. So Magda was sharing with me some of the fantastic promos she has at the Ritz-Carlton. We have this beautiful hotel so close by. So I thought, you know, a lot of my clients in Ottawa would and elsewhere would love the opportunity to visit a five-star hotel so close to home and be treated and splurge a little bit on themselves over Christmas. So with that, Magda, let me welcome you, and David. We'll have Magda tell us a little bit about the hotel, and then we have David who's going to share some wonderful tips on this virtual wine tasting. So with that, over to you, Magda. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sheila. I'm very happy to be here tonight, and thank you for all of you for listening to us this evening. As you know, the Ritz-Carlton Montreal is actually the first Ritz-Carlton ever built in the world. And 10 years ago, the new owners decided to close it down for 4 years and invest $250 million on the hotel. So we're going to see some pictures of the hotel. We are open. We reopened during the pandemic around August 12, and we've been open since, and are trying to stay open until after the holidays as well. We have been quite successful. Believe it or not, over Christmas and New Year's Eve, we've been having many requests. The hotel is only 129 bedroom and suite, and right now, for the holidays, over Christmas, we have around 30 rooms, and over the 31st, we have more than 50 bedrooms. I think, Sheila, the pictures is gone.
Yeah, hang on one sec. I just was trying to...
that's fine, don't worry. So I'm gonna show you some nice picture on the hotel. And at the end of presentation, I have a slide that shows you the three promotion that we have right now until the end of the year. So there are staycation, and some of them go up to after until the end of April. And many people are coming from locally from Montreal. I mean, you know, all of us have budget for some vacation. We're not taking the vacation, so they are enjoying our restaurant, Maison Bulu, which is closed, but we are enjoying it in the room and the suite of the hotel. So many people from Montreal do book a room or a suite just to have some food tasting from the restaurant. And after my presentation, David Guaran, our sommelier, our chef sommelier, will be sharing some tips about the wine. So I want just to introduce you to Andrew Toriani, my general manager, and Andrew is as well co-owner of the hotel with his family and some investors. So as you see, everything is open right now. As of yesterday, the spa will be closed on December 25 until January 12. So it's another confinement again for the Quebec region. Next slide, please. So just to show you that we are obviously doing some social distancing and some cleaning and accepting or following the Marriott commitment. So absolutely strict sanitation. Everything has been great, wonderful so far. The best safety that you can ever have in the hotel business. Next slide, please. I'm just show you some pictures where everybody's wearing masks and gloves. And then when you arrive at the hotel, you will receive a kit as well with some some gloves, some mask, and some sanitation for your hands as well. And then at the end, maybe some of you can tell us if you have been at the hotel or have been to Montreal. So the spa, not the spa, the pool is a new pool actually built after the renovations 10 years ago, and it's saltwater, heated pool, top floor, overlooking Montreal from the two sides. It's really a wonderful place to be as well, especially that it's warm water, so it's very good for your skin with the salt. So these are, this is one of the rooms of the hotel. The next slide, please. Obviously, a couple of things to do in Montreal. We are actually in the middle of downtown, just a couple of minutes away from Mont-Royal, where you have all the nature around you, which is right in the heart of Montreal. I live actually 10 minutes away from this hill, what's called Lac au Castor, for the people from Montreal that know it. And sometimes in summertime, not in the winter, in the summertime, I would walk from my house up to the hotel. It would take me up to 1 hour. It's really fun to go through all this beautiful park in the middle of downtown. So our restaurant is Maison Bulu, whose chef Daniel Bulu, we joint venture with Daniel Bulu actually when we reopened. As I mentioned, right now the restaurant is closed, but we do serve Maison Bulu in our rooms as well. And as you know, we call Montreal Europe without the jet lag, very European. So sometimes when you go from Ottawa, from Toronto or Ottawa to Montreal, you do feel a big difference and you feel like you're gone to Europe. The next slide, please. And then so many things around us. As you know, we have Quebec City, which is 4 hours away. We have on the South Shore with the North Hatley and all the nice activities happening around. And Toronto, obviously. So everything is around Montreal, not very far, either driving or even by small plane. Next slide, please. So we're gonna just go with all, so this is one of the junior suite of the hotel. Every room and every suite have a Japanese Toto toilet in the bathroom and a very deep bathtub. Next slide, please. So a small cubicle for the toilet, another cubicle for the shower, and a very deep tub. And then the floor is heated as well. Very spacious bathroom, and almost 80% of the bathroom have windows that open. Same thing with the bedrooms, all the windows open as well. So you can get some fresh air if you feel like it. The next slide, please. The spa is still open until the 25th of December. And then it will reopen again, hopefully by January 12th for the moment. Very spacious, more than 5,500 square feet. And it's a small family that owns it. And we joint venture with them. It's called Spa St. James. Sorry. Next one, please. Again, this is the beautiful pool on the top floor overlooking Montreal on the two sides. And in the summertime, all this, we can see it outside. This picture has been taken in the winter time. You can see the snow on the balcony outside and a beautiful view from each side. Next slide, please. Tea time is served as well in your bedroom. And more requests now, people come and pick up tea. And as you know, we have a kosher kitchen at the hotel for the past 75 years. So we do serve kosher tea time as well. And it can be picked up as well at the hotel or have in your room by your room service. The next one, please. This is Maison Bulu, inside and outside with a beautiful garden. The next one, please. So like I mentioned, we have a glad kosher kitchen. So we do cater for many weddings at the hotel and many events. This is the ballroom of the hotel, which is very well known, where we can seat more than 250 people for a wedding. The next one, please. And this is a beautiful garden that is linked either to the restaurant or to the ballroom of the hotel. So if you have the ballroom of the hotel for a wedding or an event, you can have part of the garden, and you can see the small ducklings in the pond in the summertime. The next one, I think, is going to be the last one with all the holiday packages. So we have two of them. The holiday offer the staycation and the ho-ho home experience. And then when you book directly with Sheila, you will get the virtuoso amenities on the left, where you can get an upgrade upon availability. And since Sheila works with a star agency and a stars agency for the Ritz-Carlton and Marriott, you get a priority upgrade as well. And then we have a third promotion where you receive 50% off your second night, or you pay for two and get three. So this is a small presentation. I will let David Gouaran, our chef sommelier, do a small presentation on the wine. Thank you so much for listening. And then at the end, if you have any question, we're here for you.
Perfect. Thank you, Magda. Over to you, David.
Perfect. Thank you, Magda. Thank you, Sheila. So nice to meet you. I'm David. I'm the sommelier at Maison Bulu and the Ritz-Carlton Montreal. So tonight I'm going to share a few tips with you about wine testing. So one thing to know about wine testing, the first one, to me, this is very important, is to have fun with the wine, to have fun with the wine testing. To me, tasting wine, find a few aromas, find the taste. It's very important for a sommelier, but for you need to have pleasure first, because when you're gonna smell, when you're gonna taste, the pleasure that you're gonna have in your mouth with the wine, this is very important to me. So I'm gonna share a few tips for the wine testing with you. So first of all, you have three things to know about the wine testing. The first one, this is the visual. The second one is the nose. And after that, this is in your mouth, this is the taste. So first of all, you're gonna pour the wine in your glass. Then you're gonna look at the color, but the color, you're gonna look at the color on the white surface. This is very important, because if you look at the color on the red or the blue surface, the color is not gonna be the right color. So today I asked for a Cabernet, because everybody knows the Cabernet Sauvignon, and the Cabernet Sauvignon, you can have different kind of Cabernet Sauvignon. It depends if it's the Cabernet Sauvignon from France, from US, from Australia. That can be very different. So the terroir is very important as well, but the wine, you're gonna feel the same flavors on the Cabernet Sauvignon, but it depends on the terroir. Sometimes in the French terroir, you're gonna have more complexity. In US terroir, you're gonna have more oaky flavors. And in Australia, for example, it's more on eucalyptus flavors. So it's very different. So first of all, the visual, you're gonna look at the mirror on the top of the wine. So this is bright. It's the color. This one, it's a young vintage. So you're gonna look at all around the glass, just right here. The color is purple, and when you're gonna have an old wine, the color gonna change. So instead of purple, that's gonna be more orange, more amber. So just with the visual, you can say it's a young or it's an old wine. After that, you're gonna smell it. So this is the first nose. So you smell it. This is intense. You're gonna have black and red fruits. It's a little bit spicy as well. A little bit oaky. Then you're gonna turn the wine in your glass like this. Why? The reason why, it's because you're gonna broke the CO2 molecules, and the CO2, it's a gas, so it's gonna go up to the glass with the different flavors. So when you smell after that, the intensity, it's more intense. You're gonna have more flavors. So you can smell the blackcurrant, you can smell cherry, it's oaky as well, vanilla, because when the wine age in the oak barrel, most of the time you're gonna smell the vanilla flavors all the time. So the intensity is more intense. So I can show you one thing with the bottle, because I told you, I said that there's a CO2 in the wine, but I can show you with the bottle. Normally I cannot do that in the restaurant, because I'm gonna put my finger on the top. I'm just gonna shake it, and did you see? And did you hear? So there's, in every wine, there's CO2. So when you're gonna break the molecules, this is normal if you can smell more intensity and more aromas. After that, in mouth, that's gonna be very interesting, because we're gonna do an experience. So take your glass, and you're gonna pour the wine in your mouth, but you're gonna swallow it like water, you know, like this. So what do you feel? Wine, it's flavory, but not too much. Right now, we're gonna work with the wine in your mouth. So you're gonna do like me. You're gonna keep the wine in your mouth, and you're gonna have it all around the mouth, like this. And when you swallow it, the intensity is here. You can feel the different flavors. You can feel the black fruits, the blackcurrant. You can feel the red fruit, the cherry. As I told you before, there's the cherry flavors. The aromas are more intense. You can feel as well the oak, if it's a oak age wine. This is very intense. And right now I speak with you, and you can feel the saliva in your mouth. Am I right? Yes. Yes, it's because this is the acidity. In the wine, there's acidity too, and the acidity gonna be perfect for your mouth to begin the dinner, for example. This is very important to me to begin with an acidic wine, like champagne, like dry white, like a Sancerre or a Chablis, because the acidity gonna start your palate, because that's gonna excite your papille, your I forget the name in English. So the papille, and you're gonna feel more in intensity. You're gonna feel more flavors in your mouth, because the papille gonna be ready to feel everything. So in your mouth, you're gonna feel many things on your tongue as well. On the top of the tongue, this is the sugar. When the wine is sweet, you're gonna feel the sugar in the top, in the front of the tongue. In the back, this is the bitter. So if the wine it's bitter, you're gonna feel it right here. And on the sides, this is the acidity. On the top it's just the sensitivity. Right now, you're gonna have the wine all around the mouth, and this is the reason why you're gonna have the saliva, because the acidity gonna provoke you're gonna have the acidity in your mouth, and you're gonna have the more intensity of the wines. And right now, when you swallow it, you can feel a little bit bitter in the back. So this is the wine tasting. This is very to me it's very important to have fun with it. And the wine at Maison Bulu, this is an identity because we have a really good wine cellar. We have the wine list. It's 43 pages, so we have different wines from all around the world. The wine list was award winning by the Wine Spectator. This is a beautiful wine list because you're gonna have different kind of wines from all around the world, with France, Italy, because our kitchen, our chef is French, and Daniel Bulu is French as well, and the ensign chef was Riccardo. He was Italian. So the ambience here is French, Italian. Our sous chef is Italian as well. So we can pair many things, many wines with our kitchen. And to me, Maison Bulu is maybe the top in Montreal.
David, can you tell us a bit when the glass is not well washed?
Oh yes. So it's because last time I had an hour to speak with you, but today it's pretty close. So it's pretty quick. So I'm gonna speak about the wine, the champagne glass. So I don't have the sparkling wine right here. So this is very important to know when the champagne glass it's clean or is not clean. When you have a champagne glass clean, the bubbles gonna be just in the back of the glass, and there's gonna be just a few bubbles, you know. When the glass is not clean, you're gonna have bubbles everywhere, because to have the bubbles, you need to have a touch of just a dust, you know. Just a dust can provoke the effervescence, the sparkling. So the bubbles gonna be created by the dust. So if the glass is dusty, trust me, you're gonna have bubbles everywhere. So if somebody give you a glass with bubbles from everywhere all around the glass, this
you
is
know
not
the
a
glass
clean
is
glass.
not clean.
It is not clean. It's not clean. So you have to pay attention to that. Last time I've done an experience with that. I had a glass with a lot of dust, because I took dust from everywhere. So
I took that.
I put it because at Maison Bulu it's difficult to find it, and I had a glass with full of dust and the clean glass from the washing machine, because our washing machine gonna not clean the water, but gonna osmose the water. So the water not gonna stay inside the glass. So the glass is perfectly clean. So this is the reason why we use the riddle glass, and the riddle glass, on the bottom of the riddle glass, they scratch the glass. So you're gonna have a little cavity, and the bubbles gonna be in the back of the glass because of the cavities.
Okay. The Riedel glasses are very thin, aren't they? The
Yes,
glass.
The Riedel glass. This is to me. This is the perfect glass for the wine tasting.
Denise is just commenting. She must have had her champagne in very dusty flutes.
Lots of bubbles.
Lot of bubbles. If you have lot of bubbles, trust me.
I'll bring it back to the gallery view. I'm not sure if people had it on gallery or speaker, but bring it back to the gallery view. Does anyone have any questions for David?
No questions?
Well, oh, Francis, I think you're speaking, but you're on mute. You're still on mute. They say that's going to be the phrase of 2020. You're on mute. You're still on mute if you're trying. There you go, Francis. Go ahead.
David, it was a very good presentation. Now I know why I never have bubbles.
Oh, you're very clean. Denise, what's she saying about you?
But you know, when you're gonna dry the glass with the chiffon, with the napkin, you get there's gonna be just a little dusty. So it's not very important if you have a few bubbles, but if it's full of bubbles, is not the right sign.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That everybody wants bubbles.
Does anyone have any other questions for David or Magda? I just want to mention, I think you said it up front at the beginning, Magda. I was flipping around trying to make sure I got the slides working okay. But the Ritz-Carlton in Montreal is the original Ritz-Carlton, correct?
1912.
1912.
Actually, they got the permission from Caesar Ritz to use his name, the founder of the Ritz in Paris, and from the Carlton Hotel in London. And the promoters, 4 of them in 1908, decided to put the 2 names together and created a brand. Since now you have more than 100 hotels all over the world. In Canada, you have 2, the Montreal one and the Toronto one. And then in the States, you have much more. In Europe, you cannot have Ritz-Carlton because of the Ritz presence in some cities or countries. But I mean, 15 years after we opened, the Ritz-Carlton Boston opened 15 years later in 1917. And now this hotel doesn't exist anymore, and it's a Taj hotel. So we really kept the name, kept it open, and kept all the service around the Ritz heritage.
Fantastic. And I do know that we're all had it up to here with this virus, of course, and we're all anxious to travel again. So until we can start moving a little bit more overseas or to Europe, why not visit Europe in Canada and have a visit to the Ritz-Carlton here in Montreal? The folks from Ottawa can jump in the car. The folks who are in Montreal, you can walk to the hotel and have yourself a little break. Magda, you were telling me that some people actually come to the hotel and stay in their room and order fantastic meals.
They book a room or a suite. Usually it's a couple. They order a room service either from Maison Bulu menu with pairing wine, or they can have a tea time brought to them in the room. And it's quite fun because, I mean, in some suites you have as well some fireplaces. So it's quite fun. Usually for Valentine's, we're fully booked with all these suites. And now we're half booked already for the 31st of December. And now in Quebec, you cannot go visit your parents or your families. So people are booking rooms to stay together and enjoying themselves and having a good meal.
So if you want to break either before Christmas this coming week, or maybe over Christmas, or between Christmas and New Year's, as you say, you're already half booked, or even into January, this is an opportunity for you to have a great break, stay at a 5-star hotel, world-class hotel close to home, and have the service that Ritz-Carlton is known for. I do have some of my colleagues, Vision and Direct Travel colleagues, that I'll share this with, and they might be reaching out to you too to do a similar sommelier wine tasting. David, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
before we sign off, are there any questions? I just want to make sure that no one was shy to ask anything. No? Okay, so we got, oh, go ahead, Denise.
Sorry, Sheila, I noticed in one of the previous slides that was presented, there was a special until the 31st of May where you could book 3 rooms or 3 nights and pay for 2. That would be booked through you. Is that possible?
With
Are
Sheila,
those dates correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Either the second night or the third night. The third night you pay 2, you stay 3, or second night at
50%
And all of the promos are combinable as Magda referenced in the presentation. I'm a Virtuoso advisor, so we have fantastic Virtuoso amenities or perks, extra bells and whistles for you, as well as a Stars, Ritz-Carlton Stars. So it just gives you a little bit of extra amenities or some extra special perks that you get by booking through me. And it's because the Virtuoso and the Stars affiliation, we obviously like to promote our hotels. And that's why Magda and I were emailing, just checking in on each other to see how each other were doing through all this. And she mentioned that she had done this, and I had done some Zoom calls with some of my partners, and I thought, hey, we don't have a lot of time to prep, but let's at least throw the idea out there if people want to give themselves a break, or if you have a last minute Christmas idea you need, why not give someone a stay at the Ritz-Carlton in Montreal?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, David. Really appreciate you sharing your expertise. I hope everyone has a glass of wine and thinks of David. Did you share the name?
Happy holidays.
Did you share the name of the wine you were drinking, David?
This is a regular Chateau Saint-Jean.
Chateau Saint-Jean. So we can purchase that at the LCBO or at the SAQ.
Yes,
right?
I think so. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night. Cheers.
Hey.
Cheers.